Questions? Bring the mics around. Start here on the right side back. Sam?
Give us a sense, if you could, for defensive line, I guess, depth moving forward. I know you guys got some guys banged up. How are you guys up front moving forward?
Well, it'll be the same rotation we've had. You know, we got a couple guys banged up, but we get a couple guys back today, so it'll be the same it's been.
In the front middle. Gabe?
First, how many sacks you think Garrett would have had if he hadn't been tackled on almost every snap? And then second to that, Alaka's play, especially getting his nose in there a time or two.
Yeah, you know, I was pleased with Ataro. He's gonna make a lot of noise in this league. He's getting more and more comfortable each week, and he's playing better and better each week. He's going to be a really good football player around here. For him to go in there that young into that environment and to play a team like we just played, an offense like we just played, I was pretty impressed.
How good was Miles despite being?
Miles played well. He helped us.
Here in front. Kate?
I know you might not be able to go into too much detail, but Julian's pretty funny when he talks about what happens at the bottom of a pile going for a fumble.
Mm-hmm.
Over the years, have you heard a lot of anecdotes, stories, just the mentality your players take when it's like that? Can you just kind of describe what you know about the bottom of the pile?
Well, I'll tell you, this is something that we talk about, believe it or not, pre-camp, in fall camp. You're going to have, we call them scrums, you know, where there's a fight for the ball at the bottom of a pile, and there's some method to the madness there, if you will. And typically, you know, it's the older guys that usually end up with the ball, the guys that have a lot of experience, the guys that have played, those sorts of things.
In the middle right. Olin?
Coach, was Miles expressing a lot of frustration about being held when he'd come out? And if he
No. Players play, coaches coach, and he just kept playing. We kept coaching, and it is what it is. He played pretty well, and we're just excited to get that win.
In the back right. Sam? And then we'll go to the left side. Christy?
How valuable is the toughness of someone like DeShazer, who I know was playing hurt on Saturday?
Yeah, I think it's a great example for the younger kids to see. There's a difference between pain and injury, you know, and DeShazer's a tough guy, and he knows we need him, and he's given us everything he's got.
Front left. Christy?
How have you seen Garrett evolve from when you first got him and to now?
Well, he, you know, just like the maturation of any player, you know, each week you hope they get better and get more comfortable, and I think he's doing that.
Standing in the back. Mike?
Someone told us earlier that it was Ivan Robinson who made a huge difference in the defense against Auburn, and he doesn't know if he will be able to play this weekend. If not him, who will be able to fill his role against Mizzou?
Well, we'll see. You know, we got practice today, so right now sitting here on top of my head, probably Hardrick. You know, Zaykoven played. We played a lot of people. You know, that was our game plan going into the game. We were going to do our best not to let them get us tired, and they were still able to manage it. You know, as you watched all the films from last week, we kind of took the Mississippi State approach that we were going to play a lot of guys, and kept the package very, very simple so we could play a lot of guys, and it worked out for us.
Left side. KO?
Coach, looking ahead to Missouri, they seem to be at least fairly feast or famine. It either works or it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Anything to game plan for hope it doesn't? I know that's an odd question, but
yeah, that is an odd question. You know, we're going to go play. You know, we got to go play. We got to play with emotion and tackle and all the things it takes to win. You know, I know this. We're excited to be home. We're excited to be back home.
Staying in the back. Daryl?
Coach, it looked like late in the ball game the only way you guys might be able to at least keep it out of overtime was to get a turnover, and you didn't just get one, you got two. Just the fact that your defensive unit hasn't gotten a lot of turnovers this year, and then late in the ball game they get two. How huge was that? And then a lot of the guys said you told them that's what it was going to take.
Yeah, it was very rewarding. You know, we know as coaches that, you know, at times they come in bunches. For whatever reason, the football gods have it that way, and it was the right time for us to come up with a bunch of them. And, you know, I think some of our looks, some of our change of looks, we saved a lot of stuff till late in the game. that hopefully maybe threw Coach Malzahn off a little bit, and they'd had to do some check things and so forth and so on. And just proud of the guys. Made plays when we needed to make plays.
Left side.
Matty Mock, what might he do different than other dual threat quarterbacks?
Well, you know,
looking?
he is a gym rat. That's what Matty is. I remember him when he was a little kid, when his brother was coming out. Son of a high school coach. Studied Johnny Manziel to death for 2 years. Watched all of his film. I know that for a fact. He keeps plays alive. And when he's on, he's on. When he's on, he's a really good football player.
Here in front, Brent.
Don't you? You ever ask Julian what he's going to do with the petroleum engineering major? And then second part of that is, how impressive of a guy is he on and off the field?
He's very impressive. He's played a lot of football around here. Julian, while other kids are studying their notes for the game, whether it be on the bus or the hotel, he's doing logarithms about this long. And he can do that because he's played so much. He knows our defense. He's been in all the environments now. He's a really neat kid. He's a kid that very detail oriented, which is great for our young guys to be around. He's a really good leader. I mean, if you had a son, you would want your son to look at Julian Obioha and the way he carries his life and the way he puts everything in order. I tell Terry Price all the time, you got to be very, very careful what you tell him schematically, because he will do exactly what you tell him to do. There is no improv there. So, but a great kid and a great leader.
So don't ever joke with him in a situation like that.
In what situation?
In terms of schematically or anything
Oh, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. We're in the middle of the timeout, and I'm talking to a couple of other people, and he's like, how about me? And I'm like, Julian, just keep doing what you're doing. You're golden. But that's the type of kid he is. He is a pleaser for sure.
Here on the left side, Suzanne.
I know I've watched Gary Pinkel forever, and do you think that he's made his offense more SEC oriented with the runs that he does?
The one thing that everybody's doing, this is a great league, and we've got great coaches, and Coach Pinkel's a great coach. He takes the talent that he has, and he asks them to do what they can do. Gus does the same thing. I mean, he's a guy that takes his talent, his people, and adapts his offense to who he has. And that's why I think they're making a little bit of a run right now. Took them a little bit of time to maybe figure that out. I think they got it figured out right now.
Well, Malik's only completing 52% of his passes. Has he got a favorite route that he likes to look for? I mean, do they do a lot of play action?
Yeah, they do. Yep. Yeah, he's like any quarterback. He's got his favorite receiver and obviously his favorite routes. And the thing that's hard for us going into this game is his improv, his ability to make plays with his feet, extend plays, keep plays alive. He has a strong enough arm to get the ball down the field. And, that's something that creates problems for defenses.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.